Well, we're finally at Lake Acuity, or at least the lakefront. Barry's all the way up there. Slow, way too slow. You can't climb those rocks until you get the Snow Point gym badge. Well, he's right about that. You can't. So let's change that. Let's go get that gym badge. What do you say? Trudge through all that awful snow, and then make your way through Snow Point City. Now, before you take on the gym, there's a few points of interest in town. This person here will trade you a Haunter for a Medicham, but it's holding the Everstone, so it won't evolve into Gengar right immediately. You can catch Medicham right outside. This guy inside of the northeasternmost house will tell you Cubism is the trendy thing to say. And then also this guy, he is another move tutor. He will teach your Pokemon moves for some of those shards. He teaches you a lot more than just what's listed there. Don't worry. I'll have a list on my site and probably the description of this, so don't worry. Inside of the Pokemon Center, you'll find Marriland there. That's where she ran off to. She'll give you some hints and tell you that fighting-type moves are great against Ice-type Pokemon. So go into the gym and let's test that out. Now this gym has me a little nervous because both of my Pokemon are weak to Ice. It's just a fact. It's something I knew going into this, that I'd have problems in the 7th gym. But I should still be able to do it. Anyway, this guy, he has a level 44 Piloswine, which is a ground ice type. This person here, let's see, a lot of ice type Pokemon in this gym, so, you know, be careful. Particularly if you're using flying types, or ground types, or grass types. If you start with Torterra, or Turtwig like I did, you're gonna be, in for some problems. Unless you have something like a Rapidash that can back you up. Or any fire Pokemon, really. I mean, yeah. Fire Pokemon and fighting Pokemon do great here. You can also catch a Medicham if you want. That'll probably do pretty nice in the gym if you train it up a few levels. Let's see, that person had a Glalie, level 44. It's too cold, I can't feel my tongue. Ugh, that's a creepy feeling. I don't want to think of not being able to feel my tongue. Oh man, must be really cold. Maybe you should leave, person. Now he has a Snover, which automatically makes it hail as soon as the fight starts, so, or as soon as it's sent out. He also has a Sneasel. Yeah. One thing you gotta be careful of is when it's hailing out, Blizzard will have perfect accuracy. So a lot of these ice types, they might be carrying Blizzard, so you gotta be very careful. Because that is not good news. Brenna here, she has a Sneasel, a Snorunt, and a Snover on her team. Thankfully, she sent the Snover out last for me, so I don't have to put up with its hail for so long. Let's see. Here's a trainer up in the northwestern corner of the gym. I'll show you how to get through the gym in just a sec, too. Don't think I'm gonna leave you high and dry there. She has a Sneasel. Seems to be pretty popular around this gym, if you ask me. And, oh, she has another Sneasel. Fancy that. This one's level 43, though. Okay, so to get through the gym, go to the bottom left corner, and then smash that there. Just kind of watch what I do, and you'll get the hang of it. So you gotta just take out each of those rows in the middle so you can get through it. For this one, you just kind of gotta slide around a bit, hop up there. They did change the puzzle since Diamond and Pearl, although it's the same basics, just they moved the snowballs around. And then for that last one, just kind of hop over there, and you can just walk down the center after you've done that. So it's not really that difficult, don't worry, you just gotta remember those steps. Okay, Candice time! This is the gym leader here. Time to take on our 7th gym leader, Candice. Hooah! She starts up the fight with a Sneasel, level 40, but that's not too tough or anything. You've already been fighting plenty of level 40 Sneasels in the gym. However, it does have a bit better moves than the ones you've been fighting. Now, unfortunately for me, it starts the fight off with Ice Shard. I was hoping to go first, because that's really the only shot I have in this gym, is just Aquila's speed here. But thankfully, Ice Shard didn't really do a lot of damage, because I'm such a high level, and also because I used Intimidate to lower Sneasel's attack. So take that thing out, and just get it out of the way. Okay, now this is the Pokemon you really want to avoid seeing. It's her Abomasnow. And it uses that snow warning thing. So that makes it so it's going to start hailing. And it'll be hailing the whole fight unless you use a weather condition move that cancels it. If you have that, that's great. If not, you have to put up with it. And you have to be very careful because she uses Blizzard a lot. Take that thing out with fire or fighting type moves. Actually, there's so many things that Abomasnow is weak to that you can take it out pretty easily, but just make sure you take it out pretty quick, because it can hit surprisingly hard. Okay, so the hail's going on now. It means it's going to be damaging my Pokemon between every turn. Not very fun. Alright, she has a Piloswine on her team now. She's changed her team quite a bit from the old games, if you ask me. Just give it a swift close combat or use her best fire type move or fighting type or something like that. You should know how to take them out. You've had some practice taking out Piloswines, right? There have been a few in the gym. But just be careful because I think it probably has Blizzard. I don't remember off the top of my head. I didn't really want to find out right now. Okay, so then the last Pokemon she's going to send out is her Froslass. Again, this is new to Platinum and it is a pain. It has this ability that makes it so your attacks might miss if it's hailing out. So you have to be very careful for that. In addition to that, it's an Ice Ghost type, which means Return doesn't work on it and Close Combat doesn't work on it. So really, Fire is your best bet. Fire or Dark type moves. Bad news, I did not take it out in one hit, because it was stronger than I thought. And really bad news, it used Blizzard against me, and that's really going to hurt. And you know, you could say Blizzard, oh yeah, you know, only has, you know, not great accuracy. Well, remember, it's hailing out right now, so it's going to be perfect accuracy, so that thing's going to be popping Blizzards off left and right. So you have to be very careful for that. Very careful, okay? Froslass is also fairly fast, so don't count on slower Pokemon taking it out. This is a mistake I made here. I was partially hoping I could hit it with the Quick Claw, you know, hoping that that would activate, and maybe just thinking, maybe I'll speed it, maybe. Apparently not. This Blizzard's gonna hurt. It's like, bye Marriland, you're gone. Out of here. It's super effective, that's for sure. So, fortunately, those aren't the only two Pokemon on my team. Unfortunately, they're the only two that can fight. So I'm gonna send up some random HM Pokemon, and then use a Revive to bring back Staraptor, or Quill on my Staraptor. Remember, that's a very important strategy, particularly in the later fights. If something of yours gets knocked out, send out one of your weaker Pokemon, just let it faint, and use a Revive during that turn, because then you'll get right back in the game, you'll be good to go. Using items and getting through the game really takes, you know, strategy. That's what you do. You don't just let everything get knocked out unless you're on some insane challenge. Items are very awesome for helping you get through the game. Believe me. See, now I've got Aquila back. Look at that. Ready to fight. So let's see if I can take it out now. I should be able to, because I did go first in the last hit, or in the last hit. And I did more than half of its hit points. Yeah, there we go. Now I took it out. Whew! But that was still quite a close call. Candice can be very strong if she gets the better of you. So, you know, just make sure you can handle her. 'Cause she is pretty tough. Okay, so she says some stuff. She almost forgets to give you your badge, the Icicle badge. And let's see. You can now use Rock Climb anytime, even when you're not in battle. That's great. So now you can climb up where Barry was. And she gives you the TM72, which contains Avalanche. That's actually a pretty good Ice-type move. It makes you always go second, but if you get hit, it'll do like double the damage instead, so it's pretty awesome. She uses it in that fight. Now before you enter Lake Acuity, you can find a Reaper Clop up here too. That can be helpful for evolving your Dusclops into a Dusknoir. Okay, inside Lake Acuity, you'll find Barry and Jupiter there. Pokemon aren't bad, but you're laughably weak. Dream on, little kid, but ew, it's so cold here. I'm gonna go back to warm old Veilstone. Keep on Team Galactic's way. Don't waste your time coming to the HQ in Veilstone. Yeah, I want to waste my time. That's the first thing I want to do. That's the first thing you need to do, too. You gotta waste your time going there. Pokemon called Uxie, it was suffering. I'm gonna get tougher. It's not about winning or losing. That's not good enough. I have to be stronger. Takes honest effort. Yeah, you're right about that. Okay, so we gotta go to Veilstone City now to waste our time. Not really waste our time, don't worry. We gotta do this. It's important.